Hey guys, it's Dr. Justin Marcagiani here. I am live. I'm going to go live here on mobile just so I don't get disconnected. I did a couple of videos this morning. They got disconnected in the middle, so I had to start over. So I got a new video coming up on a lot of the coronavirus updates, all the statistics, all the data on that, so you guys can have a field day on it. So you guys will see that pretty soon. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a little live Q&A action for you. So if you guys want to jump in and have any questions, now would be an awesome time to do that. I'm just checking my messages here. Good. So if you guys want to super chat or do anything like that, feel free to chime in. So a couple of things here. A lot of promise with the hydroxychloroquine and the azithromycin, of course. We're going to go over some of the mechanism stuff and why that is making such a big difference. Essentially, the hydroxychloroquine is a malaria drug. It's been around since the 1940s. That drug is going to decrease folate synthesis, which allows decrease in RNA and DNA replication. So folate's really important for the body. It helps with DNA and obviously thus RNA indirectly, and that's going to help decrease viral replication. But one of the things it does is it allows zinc to be transported into the virus. That's really important because zinc is going to increase neutrophil activation. It's going to upregulate our immune cells to be able to actually work on killing the coronavirus. So part of the major mechanism in which the chloroquine is having a major effect, it's allowing zinc to be transported through. Now, a lot of people aren't talking about it. I listened to an ER doctor's interview today. He said that the game-changing difference on this is adding the zinc. He said people that are not doing the zinc component, and you're not hearing the zinc, even in the president's press conferences, you're hearing hydroxychloroquine, maybe add in the Z-Pak in there. Of course, if you have heart issues, Z-Pak's contraindicated. Keep that in the back of your head. But they're not talking about this zinc. And this ICU ER doc was saying the zinc makes the game-changing difference. Why? Because of the fact that the zinc has a major effect on the immune response. It helps modulate the excess cytokines that are going to be produced by the immune system as a result of the virus. So we're going to create these different cytokines. It's going to help modulate that cytokine storm. You're going to get what's called inflammasomes from toll-like receptors due to whether it's lipopolysaccharides or just the inflammation from the immune response going after the virus. And things like zinc are going to modulate that. Things like a lot of polyphenols like elderberry and a lot of the antioxidants in your fruit and vegetables will actually help modulate that. Zinc's going to be very powerful because it's going to upregulate the immune system. It's going to decrease viral replication. And it's going to work on killing the infection. So part of the major mechanism here is chloroquine, hydroxychloroquine, opening up those channels to get zinc into that virus. And that's the big mechanism. So zinc's going to be, if you look at the top foods that zinc's going to be in, it's going to be in a lot of your meats. So pork and beef and your seafood, really high. Pumpkin seeds, really good. And one of the higher foods is going to be soy or tofu. Don't recommend that for other reasons. It's got phytates and it's got trypsin inhibitors. It's going to block protein disruption. And if you're a guy, it's got extra estrogens in there. So stay away from that. You're also going to have things like mushrooms as well. So a lot of high quality plant and animal based nutrients are going to be very high in zinc. And a large percent of the population is going to be deficient. If you don't have good digestion, if you don't have adequate hydroxychloroquine, if you don't have hydrochloric acid, I'm getting my H's mixed up today. Hydrochloroquine is the malaria drug. Hydrochloric acid is the digestive support to work on breaking down protein. You may not be able to access a lot of that zinc and a lot of those nutrients in your food. So keep that in the back of your head. Zinc's going to be very, very important. Be mindful, there are a lot of side effects, and they're not recommending taking the AZT or the hydroxychloroquine preventatively. Keep that in the back of your mind. Some people are doing it, so if you're in that place, speak to your doctor. Again, first-line therapies that I'm recommending off the back to upregulate your immune system is coronavirus gets in through the epithelial, right? The epithelial cells. Now, vitamin A is very important. It really helps to strengthen the barriers of those epithelial cells in the nose and the lung. So that's really important. Number two, we have things like what are called redox pathways. They help give off electrons and help stabilize inflammation. Vitamin C is really important redox compound. So is glutathione, and NAC kind of plugs into glutathione as it's a precursor. Very important to help with that lung inflammation. Of course, we can even nebulize glutathione as well. We'll put links down below on that. You need a special kind of glutathione, justinhealth.com/glutathione on that one, GLUTATHIONE. Link down below, very important on that. If you can nebulize it, better. If not, you can always rely on a liposomal glutathione version or a NAC, N-acetylcysteine precursor. So vitamin C, really important. Vitamin D. And again, you can do some of these acutely as well. Higher doses, some say up to 100 or 200,000 IUs on the vitamin A and vitamin D acutely. Some are like, well, that's bad. But in general, in functional medicine, the medicine I practice, there's kind of a natural approach to kind of getting someone on a program and getting a good lifestyle dose of nutrients. And then there's a palliative, like you're in and out kind of approach when someone gets sick. So there's two different kinds of approaches. This would be more of kind of a palliative, kind of immune boosting approach. If you're doing higher dose vitamin A, just make sure you talk to your doctor because it can have teratogenic effects similar to Accutane. So be careful in case you're trying to get pregnant or pregnant. That would be contraindicated. Keep your vitamin A doses to more whole food based doses, within 10,000 IUs. Something like cod liver oil will be a better way to do it because it's going to be a food based type of vitamin A and it'll have a lot of other nutrients and it won't be too high in vitamin A as well. So I just wanted to hit that up with you guys so zinc is a really important key compound. We know about the vitamin C and the inflammasome as well as the bioflavonoid modulation with these inflammasomes, and why the medication is working so well. I also believe a lot of people may have a little bit of subclinical pneumonia and maybe even some dysbiosis, and some of the azithromycins are kind of knocking down that dysbiosis, knocking down maybe that subclinical pneumonia from the bacteria, and that's also bumping up and supporting the immune system as well. Again, France did studies on this, looking at the azithromycin and the hydroxychloroquine, and again, the doctors are saying zinc is going to be the missing piece of the puzzle. Keep that in the back of your mind. Zinc's going to be the missing piece of the puzzle. Outside of that, the major way this thing is spreading is going to be hand to face. Hand to mouth, hand to nose, hand to eye, hand to ear. These mucous membranes are going to be the major way. Getting exposed to someone, you're going to have to be next to someone with inside of 6 feet for at least 30 minutes to get exposed. It's pretty rare. It's going to be touching, mouth, touch nose, touch eye, touch ear. So if you're going to touch yourself in that area, just make sure you wash your hands first, unless you know you're in an area that's totally safe and good. So keep that in the back of your head. Any comments, guys, feel free to let me know. I'm on my mobile device, so I'm not quite sure how to read this thing as well. The screen's a lot smaller. Let me see. If you guys want to just put a message down on the screen, that's great, because then I'll be able to see it. If not, guys, I will be back. I got a new video coming up on a lot of the data here in a few, so if you guys enjoy it, take a look. We'll be back for more. All right, guys, you have a great day. We'll be in touch. Take care.